Welcome to the Dawg Chug. Roger and Ed, how's it going tonight?
It's going great, Ed. How you doing, man? I always start. What's going on with you?
Well, Andy, it's been not too long ago that a team called the Ohio State Buckeyes won a national title. And Roger, you know, it's a long off season. We got draft season. We got plenty of topics to talk about, but we always have at least 2 minutes a show to talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes because we have a Michigan, and I'm not afraid to say Michigan fan on the show. So, hey, Roger, for a year, hey, you had it for a year. Years go by quick. Hey, hopefully you won't lose 5 games next year. Andy.
Well, I'm doing great. I got to say, Candy Corn's killing it tonight. He just said that the Cavs are going to make the Raptors the 51st team in basketball tonight. Hilarious. And he also said
Nice.
the team sucks already, which is also very true and accurate. Well done, Candy Corn guy.
Right.
Really,
Show
we gotta
sucks.
come to the
Nice.
show. I'm excited to be here. It was a shitty Super Bowl, but it's officially the off season, and we have a couple of exciting announcements to make tonight, which can't wait for that. Stay tuned because they're going to be big. As Ed would say, they're going to be huge. First, though, we're going to have a little bit of fun, and I think we're going to turn it right to Ed, who's going to do.
This is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news. Patrick Mahomes wore a green suit before the Super Bowl and continued to wear green throughout the game. It's not easy being green. Kendrick Lamar's halftime show provided so much social symbolism that the biggest effect will be more white suburban kids hating on Drake while singing A minor. And finally, Bill Nye the Science Guy predicted that the Cleveland Guardians will win the 2025 World Series, proving once again the science is wrong. And this is Ed in Columbus with your Dawg Chug. Breaking news.
Wow,
Oh, man.
Well done. I kind of telegraphed that joke a little bit. I knew that was coming.
I knew it was coming.
Well done anyway.
Thank you.
All right. And I think we also have a little bit of fun from Roger, who prepared a top 10.
We do, and I got lazy, and this was inspired by Anthony Lima tweet, and these are the top 10 song titles Taylor Swift came up with after the Super Bowl. Right after the Super Bowl, got on the plane and she put pen to paper, and she came up with these song titles. Here we go. This is so high school, but does your brother know A.J. Brown? But number 9, we are never getting back to the Super Bowl. That's
Nice.
number 8. You need to calm down, Travis. It's just football. Number 7, but Daddy, we were getting 1.5 points. What the fuck happened? Number 6, blanked by the Eagles for almost 3 fucking quarters. Number 5, I can't do this with a broken offensive line. A duet with Patrick Mahomes.
Oh.
Number 4, don't blame me. You only had 4 catches for 39 yards. Number 3, shake it off. You lost. Stop crying like a little bitch. Number 2, D. Haslam is a Nazi in a cardigan. And the number 1 song title Taylor Swift came up immediately following the Super Bowl. Bitch ass Mahomes killing my Super Bowl vibe. A duet with Kendrick Lamar. I'm Robert First in Cuyahoga Falls, and I got a long list of Starbucks lovers. They'll all tell you I'm insane.
Nice. Well done, Roger. That was great. I can't wait to listen to those tracks. I hear the album's coming out, surprise release at 3:30 this morning.
Oh.
Cool.
I made fun of Taylor Swift last year, and I woke up the next day with the severed head of a My Little Pony in my bed. So I got to be careful.
You do have to be careful what you say about her. Her fans are very defensive.
Already downloaded, Andy. Already downloaded.
All right. Well,
All right, I'm taking a nap.
I think, when you have amazing guests like we have on tonight, you don't dilly-dally. You get them in as soon as you can. They've been on the Dawg Chug before, but it's rare that they're on together. But they are on together, which is going to be more enjoyment for you, the audience, which appears to be Candy Corn Guy. So enjoy, Candy Corn Guy.
The most important part is why are they on together is the big important part.
Well, we're going to see why they're on. Right now, they're just on to be a guest, Roger.
Oh, okay.
Roger,
All right.
when you're us 3, and you got 2 females. Okay, nice females. You don't ask why. You just let them on. Okay, you just let them on, Roger.
Right.
All right. So welcome back to the Dawg Chug. We got Heather and we've got Lana. Welcome back to the Dawg Chug.
Guys.
How's it going tonight? Thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.
Andy, are we cheering?
Thank you.
I have
We'll
my shot
cheer.
ready.
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to do a shot, but
All right, I'll chug. How about that?
okay.
Everyone in the audience, chug with us.
Okay, I'm chugging.
I'm gonna be up all night.
Andy, what are you drinking? Is that Coors Light?
It's Yingling.
Yingling.
Yeah. Look at that snazzy new cans.
They drink that in Columbus, Andy. Surprise! There's a lot of Yingling fans in Columbus, Ohio.
Back in the day when we used to gamble in West Virginia, you couldn't get it in Cleveland. So everyone would be like, can you bring me a case of Yingling back? It's kind of annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Now
And how many did you bootleg across state lines, Andy? How many did you bootleg?
Many cases.
Yeah.
They used to be like $10. It was awesome. Anyway.
They call him the Bandit.
The Bobcat Bandit.
So how are you both doing tonight? Did you enjoy the Super Bowl? What's going on?
I will say I did enjoy the Super Bowl because Philadelphia is the birthplace of Kevin Stefanski. So, of course, an Eagles win just was what my heart needed this past week. So I was very excited. You
I
know,
just love to see Kansas City lose. Like, I didn't care.
that too. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just that they lost.
Well,
They
they got
got
They
murdered.
destroyed in every facet of the game. It was
right. They got the doors blown off of them.
Hey,
And it's ironic because you hate the Kansas City, but Philly, I actually don't hate the team. It's just I'm scared of their fan base. So
They are scary.
yeah, so I wasn't gonna root against them. I know better.
No, that's right. That's
hey,
right.
there was a guy on X that had a final 35-17 Eagles. And he said the last touchdown wouldn't even have just been a garbage time score. That it wouldn't even been that close. People should follow him. He knows a lot about football.
nice. All right. Well, I said I have a big announcement, so let's not stall. Let's keep the audience waiting. We'd like to get rid of the announcements so that you can tune off and go to bed because that's the optimal way of doing things, right? So we are introducing.
Right, we're not going to prolong this.
Right.
We've been developing this since pretty much, I would say, July of previous year. So it's been about 8 months in development. We're finally ready to roll it out. It's super exciting. I think we're the only podcast that has this feature, which again, it's amazing. Candy corn guy, you're really gonna have some fun here. We developed. Get ready. Chugbot AI, an AI that's trained only on previous Dawg Chug episodes and me, Ed, and Roger. It only knows the three of us and all the previous shows. And damn it, you can ask it any question and it'll give you an answer. It's awesome. So, does anyone have any questions for the debut to see what Chugbot AI thinks? If you do, just say Chugbot and then ask your question.
We can just randomly yell it out and ask it a question and it'll answer?
That's right.
Oh.
I think we're going to get some good questions.
Yes. Let it all out.
Let's see. Are we getting any We're going to get some filter in, so we got to ask the Chugbot.
Do you have to say it out loud? I mean, you have to
Yeah, you
actually
say it
say
out loud. It's listening to the show in real time. So if you ask it a question, it'll process it and it'll spit out an answer. It's amazing. We've been testing it for weeks and it's finally ready for development.
So, okay, we have a Chugbot. Why does Ed look happy?
Okay, let's see what it says.
Because he was not a cuck and got breakhead news out without fucking up.
Oh my God.
How did they read my mind? Read my mind. That's exactly right, Chugbot.
Oh
I
my
didn't fuck it up,
God.
Andy. 2 weeks in a row. No clip from Breakhead News because I fucked it up. Roger knows this. I fucked it up. Couldn't do it. So I actually put out other clips of other people, and I don't usually do that because I'm great. I like my stuff. But tonight I got something good in Chugbot. How did Chugbot now, Andy? I think we got some AI technology that is on the forefront here.
And he's from England.
Yes.
Yeah, that accent. It does.
Chugbot, what is your name? He has to have a real name.
He's like, it's Chugbot, bitch.
No, but he's got to have a fucking name on his birth certificate. Nice. You need to Chugbot.
Hey, you know,
Chugbot is shy. Chugbot needs to do shots before we come on live.
We need
It's a
a
little
lubricated. We need a lubricated robot here. I think
Yes,
that's
we
what
do.
need. Yeah.
what we really want to know is about like why we're here tonight, and you know, I don't know what happened to our fourth host.
Well, hold on. I want to ask Chugbot a good question. Would you, Chugbot, would you do a shot with Heather?
I'll do some shots unlike that pussy Ed.
Oh,
Chugbot. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So, what were you? Lana, do you have a question?
No.
I think Roger, you were asking a question before about our fourth member.
Right. Like people have been asking me, and I stopped putting Ross in the promos 2 weeks ago. And people have been asking me, you know, where's Ross? What happened with Ross?
All right.
And
Hold on, let me answer. Chugbot,
all right.
where is Ross?
Are you fucking kidding me? That dude couldn't get away from you 3 fucks faster if he was using a Mario Kart booster.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Brought
knew it.
Mario
Wait.
into it.
Wow.
Chugbot, are you saying he's coming back? He told us he was going to come back to the show eventually. We just needed a break. Chugbot,
Nope.
is he not coming back?
Are you seriously this retarded?
Oh, Chugbot, you can't even say that.
We can't say that word, Chugbot.
No,
not
we don't like that word, Chugbot.
It's after 10 o'clock though. So
And I think they got that part from you.
Look, I'm not. You know, it is after 10 o'clock though. It is.
All right,
after
well,
10.
so wait. Are you serious though? Like Ross isn't coming back, Chugbot?
Does Odell Beckham Jr. shit on a dude's chest and rub it in with his balls?
Oh,
Yes, he does. So that means Ross is coming back.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I've heard that.
Chugbot,
Yeah.
should we like what you did? Who can we get to be like to replace Ross? Should I ask? What do you guys think? Should I ask Mike Crutchfield, my old college buddy? What's
Yes.
that? Chugbot, should we get Mike Crutchfield to be our fourth member? I think he said he would do it.
You'll have less views than Elfman. Read the room, morons. Stop making this show such a sausage party and get some tits in here.
Oh,
Jesus.
Candy corn got a sweet crust.
oh my God, Chugbot.
like
We might need to send you back to the developer to do some modifications because you're a little intense.
I don't think the messaging quite is. It's just maybe some word choices. Maybe could be. That's all.
He does make a point though. Like we are 3 lame white dudes that have the same opinions about everything. Like we all have the same lame Kendrick Lamar halftime show opinion. You know, it might be good to get someone that sees things a little bit differently. It might make the show more interesting, right?
Right.
I think it would.
I mean, I don't think a sausage party is a bad idea, but you know.
Yeah, right. I mean, I wouldn't say no to that invite.
But you know, another opinion is never bad.
Right. Diversity.
Yes.
you
We like diversity still.
Chugbot, should we see if like Lana and Heather want to come be a part of the Dawg Chug more often and sort of fill that Ross role?
For fuck's sake, yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks,
Chugbot.
Chugbot.
Nigel.
We love Nigel. We love
You're
Nigel.
Chugbot, Nigel. I call him by his full name.
I'm
It's
gonna
all
go
about
like
that.
his government name. Lana's calling his government name.
We like
Nigel.
personification. We like it on the Dawg Chug.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think this is a good idea. Would you two be willing to do it? I mean, there is a lot of nonsense. We've called Dee a Nazi. That we said the R word, which you're not supposed to say.
Listen, if I survived, would you go on a second date with Kevin Stefanski? I can survive anything this show has to throw at you.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
survived
yeah.
the very first time I ever came on. I had a bottle of vodka because I didn't know what I was getting into. So if I survived chugging out of the bottle, everything else is gold.
They got some good resumes, Andy. They got some good resumes
We
here.
do.
All right. Well, then
Yeah.
I think we should, you know what I think we should do?
Okay.
We have to find out. We can't just have Ross come on. You know, Ross, he came on and then he left us. We need to really like survey and make sure we have the person that's the right fit. So what I think we should do is what if we like alternate where you guys can come on, sit in that fourth chair, and we'll play a lot of silly games and have a lot of fun, and then we'll see who wins. We'll see who wins Ross's chair.
Oh,
It's always a competition with Andy.
Well,
Always.
of course, it's got to be a competition. You can't
Of
just
course.
I mean, this is a big time position, Ed. You can't just
I
automatically.
don't doubt that, Andy. I don't doubt that for a minute.
Ed, do you know how many people would die for this chance?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's-
I came back. I mean,
Three
geez,
other
either
people.
that or you're
Well,
mentally.
and Lana, I
mature.
was gonna say there's probably like fives of people that would do this.
Yes.
So
yes,
there's,
we're
there's
very
a lot.
honored.
We're very honored.
Honored to be
Yes, we're
considered.
very honored.
Yes,
We didn't
very
rehearse
honored
that
to be
either.
considered.
See, like
I want to let the audience know that I know you've probably can
Unicorn
compare.
guy says, "Wait a minute, I need that chair."
Yeah.
So-
Andy, we gotta let the audience know that right now these ladies, this is not like a hostage situation. They're not just saying these things because they're under any kind of stress or duress or anything like that. I just want to put that out there because some people, Andy, I mean, they're saying some really nice things about the Dawg Chug, and I just want you ladies to know I wouldn't be here if we didn't all think the same way. Dawg Chug is a premium thing, right? Roger, are you awake?
Excuse me?
Yeah. See.
Blink twice if you need help.
Yeah, right.
I think we
Might
lost.
lose us.
Wait, are we? Do we need? This isn't rehearsed here. You know, anything happens.
Our attention span, we couldn't handle rehearsal, let alone a show. So
No.
there will never be any rehearsal on the Dawg Chug.
No.
Okay?
And I do want to ask, Chatbot, are these ladies here as in a hostage situation, like Ed points out?
Sure, they're not hostages, Ed. I'm sure they're here because of your horrible personalities.
Aw.
Very mean.
Now-
Chatbot.
Right. We're just
That
here
would be
because you're
nice.
pretty faces. That's all.
Yes,
Okay,
it's all
well,
about looks. It's all about their looks.
I
It is.
asked
It is.
Chugbot,
It is. Ed's my Buckeye, so.
That's right.
I asked Chugbot privately what could be like the first little competition. Since you're both here, you
Oh,
can go
boy.
head to head.
Oh, good
And,
grief.
it
Great.
gave me a good
We're
idea.
gonna
So-
friendships are gonna end. Lana and I are no longer. They're gonna be like, why are we seeing Lana on? Because we are in competition for this position. You know,
Mhm.
So here is going to be the competition. We're gonna go to both of you. So who does anyone want to volunteer to go first?
I will. I've had enough.
Oh, geez.
All
She's had a lot to drink tonight.
This is
Heather
gonna be
goes first.
Hot dog eating.
three of us. I
contest.
referenced before. You know, we're not very hip to Kendrick Lamar, and I'm sure there was some amazing messages in his lyrics that I just couldn't understand. You know, getting up there in age and whatever.
Mhm.
Fine, wasn't my thing, but I'm going to give you the opportunity because I know you were into it to explain why this Super Bowl halftime show was one of the better shows, and convince us why we should appreciate.
I almost want to give her answer for her, but I can't.
Right, you guys don't want my answer. It didn't have anything to do with the message, okay? I just love me.
Now this is for by the way, this is for 5 Dawg Chug points. Whoever
Because
wins it,
Kendrick
we're gonna
Lamar
vote.
is a beautiful human being, and the Drake diss was something that everybody was waiting for. We all needed. I don't like Drake's music. I don't care about it. I don't know him personally. I don't give a shit one way or the other. I just don't like his music. So I was waiting for the Drake diss, and then he had the 2000 jeans. Like he brought back the flare jeans. Like, come on, taking us back. The only thing that would have been better if he had carried like a knockoff Dooney and Berg purse, it would have totally taken me back. And then he's just a beautiful human being. Lana and I were messaging about certain anatomical things. I love Kendrick. That's why it was a good show for me. It took me back. It took me back to my younger 20-ish days. So there were a lot of gems that reference that.
Back to a couple years ago. Got it.
Yeah.
A few.
Yeah,
Lana?
just a couple years ago.
Yeah.
You got to hear Heather's answer, so you're in a position of strength here. Now you get to try and one up her to get those 5 Dawg Chug points.
I thought, well, one, I agree too. I want to say a little bit of what she said, because that's the first time you've had a diss track in a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick Lamar, people can say what they want. Do you know he's a Pulitzer Prize winner?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's brilliant.
We don't read on the Dawg Chug, okay?
See, I'm here to educate on the Dawg Chug. I'm Mrs. Stefanski to all of my students here. So yeah. So he, but also too, he brought back that throwback vibe coming out in that Buick. He's got he's got the flare jeans, the old school jacket on. You're right. He takes you back to a time. And then you got the Crip coming out. I mean, come on.
It was just all the references. Yeah.
And Heather and I agree. You know, sometimes we just like a good chocolate shake. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's true.
Yep. That's it.
Yep.
All right. Well, Roger,
we are out. They're stunned. It's usually us that's like, huh? Now they're like, what is wrong with
what the hell's happening here?
Yeah.
All right. Roger, who are you awarding the 5 Dawg Chug points to?
He's like, I wasn't listening to either.
You know,
I was asleep.
it's a tough call because, like, I know nothing about, Kendrick Lamar. And I thought maybe after the two of them answered, I'd know something, and I still don't know anything about what was going on. So, can I give the 5 points to me?
Sure.
No.
How about
we
can I
split
our own rules?
How about if I give 2.5 and 2.5?
Fair. That's fair.
Okay, that's lovely.
But I'm sipping.
You're
I'm
sipping.
sipping.
Okay.
I'm sipping. And they both get 2.5.
We're not okay. Yeah.
Two chicks discussing girth and lyrics. Tie. That's a pretty good answer.
Come on now.
Ed.
Wow.
We hate when Roger sips. Who are you giving the points to? Are you gonna?
I just want to make sure, because we are not actually, and just for the audience who's probably dozing off too, we're not actually in sit, spit, chug yet. Even though Roger is sipping on awarding points, Roger is sipping on awarding half points to each. Congratulations, Lana and Heather, for the 2.5 points from Roger. So I just want everybody to know. Okay. I also agree that there might be some splitting of some points, because look, nothing they said was wrong. It was wrong. The only thing that I want to take my allotted time to just say, there's a lot of people hating on Drake, and I get it. It's a popular thing to do. It's the cool thing to do. But let's be real, Heather. Let's be real, Lana. In like the Cavs days of LeBron, when Kevin Love came back, there were some Drake bangers at that time. And when I look back at that,
I never liked him. No, and he sit down. I want to sit down. We owned Toronto. sit down, okay?
I know, but that's what
We
made him
did.
so cool because Drake's one of those guys where
Hey,
you know he's
Ed,
bandwagon.
don't
He
diss Ed.
goes-
Right.
he won a ring with Toronto. He practically thought he was a Raptor, and deep down I thought, how cool is that? He thought he was on the team. And look, Jimmy from Degrassi High. I've never seen a brother get paralyzed from getting shot in the elbow. I watched the Degrassi High episode. He gets paralyzed. Aubrey goes down because he got shot in the fucking elbow. I don't know what them Canadians do up there, but we got shot in the elbow, and maybe their healthcare isn't as good as what they're saying. You got paralyzed. You got shot in the elbow. So shout out to Aubrey, Jimmy, Drake. You'll make a comeback, and guess what? We're all going to win because of it. But everything you guys said, I can't disagree with. But I'm also going to award 2.5 to each of you. You did a great job.
Thank you. We appreciate you.
We do appreciate that. Can we say, though, to everybody that is watching, that is actually watching, or that watches this on the replay, guys, this is all in fun. So those of you who love Lana, please don't come after these guys if they award me points. And if those of you who love me,
Thanks
please
for
don't
looking
go after.
out. I don't
You
know
have
what
to
you're
tell people that because there are people that
Yeah, that'll
are
get
very
offended.
protective.
Hey,
Right.
I already lost 10 follows. You guys both 2.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we just need to make sure this is all in good fun,
We
you guys.
appreciate
We're
that.
all
Look at,
for this.
Yeah,
We're good sports. We can
this
handle
is
it.
true.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys awarded, you split the points.
We went cuck, Andy. We went cuck.
I'm going to award
We like
points.
Wow.
Oh, Andy. Okay.
What are you
Heather?
going to do?
You
Andy's
get
gonna
5
award points.
because Lana, this was a perfect chance for you to say something about Kevin Stefanski, and you didn't do it.
Oh,
You were talking about being attracted to someone, and you didn't in any way reference
Where
Kevin.
does Kevin come in? Where does Kevin
I
come
was
in?
talking about Heather's
No.
attraction to Kendrick Lamar.
It sounded well. I want to hear what you think, and you didn't even mention Kevin. You could have said like it would have been better if Kevin ran out there. It would have been way funnier. So
It would have been better if Kevin and I were in the backseat of that Buick, but whatever.
Oh, okay.
That
That
would've
would
been
have been a good one. That would have been a good one.
Points for me so fast had that been your answer, but it wasn't. So Heather wins.
It's like she got the touchdown, Andy, but she didn't get the 2-point conversion. And Kevin likes to go for 2.
We-
Kevin likes to go for 2.
Kevin,
He likes to
Wow.
punch it in.
He does.
he does.
All
Yes.
right.
Oh,
My
Betsy
goodness.
was up, fogged up
Okay.
too.
So
So,
funny.
look, it's early though. I mean, we've got that. We're gonna make our final decision when we get to the first episode before the Browns.
But
season
Andy, is our
starts.
final decision, is it based solely on points? Like say for instance,
No, it's
Heather
not
would-
based solely on points.
Okay.
Oh.
There's
Well,
gonna
that's
be
going to get interesting.
I
gonna be
know.
multiple competitions. Some of them we can't even
Okay.
put out there, but it's gonna be the audience is gonna
Oh,
weigh in.
wow. Okay.
Oh man, they're gonna vote on a.
Who's entertaining? Who
Hey,
makes
we're
us
going to
laugh
take
more.
in it, right? Who's
It's actually
got
going
the
to be a
more
lot.
views?
It's
Right.
very much going to be based on how much is drank by each. of
That's
you.
well, consumption
Right.
matters.
Yeah.
Consumption matters. Yeah.
So drink
Oh
up.
boy.
Oh. You're never docked any points for drinking too much on the Dawg Chug, okay?
Never.
Yeah,
Never.
no breathalyzers on the Dawg Chug. No breathalyzers.
And also, Lysandra, she's not here, but we would also love her to come on whenever she can because we love Lysandra
Yes.
too.
She's going to do part of Ross's job was his producing.
Oh yeah.
And he really didn't know that much about producing. So Lysandra is going to test her skills out and apply for the producing end of the job here on Dawg Chug. So I've watched the Squad Pod and Bougie Sports, and I've seen some of her work, and I'm afraid I might lose my job here if we bring her in.
She could do
So-
she could do all 5
She
of our
could.
jobs.
You good. That's really all you would need is her.
She
is
just
really
her.
Right.
Yep.
And if anyone in the audience wants to, have a chance to get that 4th chair, we're not just
Oh,
limited to
right.
these 2 women. So
Okay, so there's competition with us.
put it out there.
Not
Exactly.
really. Like, just no, not really.
There's
We
competition.
know that, Ed, but we're being nice.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So this is going to be super exciting. I can't wait. I mean, the off season can get a little boring. So let's have a really fun, amazing game that really highlights the amazing talent of you two. You guys are, every time you're on the Dawg Chug, it makes it so much fun. It's so easy. We love both of you when you're on. So this is going to be great.
Well, we love you guys. I know I can speak for Lana. We love you guys. So
We
three
do.
of the best.
The best.
Like I said, Andy's gonna try to just advice to you two because as one that has undergone Andy's rigorous competitions and weeks, Andy doesn't even Andy does something. This isn't just a 1 or 2 bit thing here. This is a drawn out
Oh,
thing.
I
Andy,
know.
Andy plays mind games. Okay, this is a
Right.
marathon here.
I was subject to Andy for 2 episodes of, and
Well,
how did I do?
You did amazing. And
Well,
now
get
you're
ready.
gonna
Get ready for a lot more than 2 years.
every week that you come on. We're gonna have some fun.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
And I
there's gonna
apologize
be-
in advance if you cry. And to all the boys out there that want to talk shit to me, go fuck off.
I am an actress, everybody, so
Just-
I can cry on cue.
Yeah, I
You're right,
probably
yeah,
could too.
yeah.
Just don't tell anybody
Maybe.
to go fuck themselves dry with a cactus because it'll get you suspended. Trust
Yeah,
me.
don't do that.
Ooh.
Or don't
Yes.
threaten anyone's life.
All right.
If you do right, or don't threaten a
Jason
pro
Tatum, don't do that.
players. Don't do that.
I hope you go fuck yourself with a cactus that's had all the
Pointy
needles
things.
pulled out.
Okay, that's nice.
It's
Yeah.
just like a soft
That's
dildo.
nice. And you didn't even say dry. I know that's actually really nice. If it's more like a cucumber, Andy, do you speak from experience here?
I
Curious.
I think it would be cacti, wouldn't it?
We take
All
some
right.
hard left
Speaking of-
turns.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and Roger's happy because Cactus is getting mentioned. Guardians out in Arizona starting pretty soon too. So I know Roger's happy.
Hey, pitchers and catchers report, baby. I got the hat on.
So
Baseball
excited.
season.
Roger, I'm repping with you.
I almost did. I went Browns though.
I
Because of
can't
Kevin.
rep 'em right now. I can't.
Just say for Kevin. Just for Kevin.
All right. It's getting a little crazy. I think we need to tone in the show a little bit. So, Ed, I'm going to turn it to you. We're going to go to our first big bit of the day, which I'd like you to introduce, Ed.
Second big bit. We've had breakout news. Nice try, Andy. Yes, we're going to go to the staple of the Dawg Chug, which you two, hey, just want to let you know during this internship, you will have chances to host Spit, Sip, Chug, the staple of the Dawg Chug.
Oh,
And-
that's
and-
exciting.
And you will tell the audience, like I'm going to tell the audience right now, that it is a game about statements, not questions. These are statements. If you heavily agree with that statement, you will chug your beverage. If you disagree wholeheartedly, you will spit, like Andy does, makes his poor wife clean it up. Or if you're lukewarm, you'll sip. I want to, okay, since this is new, Roger, you didn't say anything. It's up to you, ladies. During this game, does Roger have the opportunity to sip?
What if we ask?
Oh, that's even better. Even better.
Can't that.
Yeah, we're asking what's his
Can
name?
Roger sip? Can Roger sip?
Chugbot.
Chugbot.
Yep.
You can call him by his government name.
Hold on. Sorry, I'll make it official.
Chugbot,
Chugbot
You
is
can call him Nigel. Nigel.
his name is Chugbot. All right. Nigel, is Roger allowed to sip on this edition of Spit Sip Chug?
You already have 2 badass bitches on. No way am I allowing a third.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh,
All
okay.
right.
sorry,
Wow.
Roger.
No sipping.
No
Nope.
sipping.
It's like you're gonna have to be a man tonight.
I can do it. You can.
Wow. Well, Heather, what you are going to do is you are going to go first in this spit. Like I said, these are statements, and I'll start with you. The Browns 2025 season begins April 24th in Green Bay, and to everybody out there, that's actually day 1 of the draft. Their season begins day 1 of the draft.
Doesn't matter who we draft. I don't agree with it at all. It doesn't matter who we draft. We're gonna suck ass. So it doesn't matter. This draft class is it's weak. It's a weaker draft class for what we need. We need a quarterback. It's a weak draft class for quarterbacks, I think, and it's no matter who we draft, I don't think it's gonna save us. We're still gonna be ass. So I'm spitting on that one.
Nice. Lana, you get to follow that up. Good luck.
Right.
I'm sipping. Only because we do have a very redeeming quality of our team, which is Kevin Stefanski. And he will be part of that first draft day, which automatically makes it a great day. But also, I do believe something is better than the absolute nothing that we have right now. That's where I'm going with it. That's why I'm sipping.
Wow.
All right.
Great answer. That sounded more like a chug, honestly. Roger.
Oh man.
Sorry, Roger, to bother you.
I'm spitting. I'm spitting because we by June we're gonna have a Super Bowl roster. We're gonna be one player away. It's just gonna be the same thing over and over again. No, I don't believe their season begins April 24th. I think this front office and this regime, this coaching staff believes. I believe they were told, and they actually believe Haslam, that they have more than 1 year. Like their jobs don't hinge on success. I think they've shifted gears, or Haslam's right now feels that we're in a slight rebuild mode. They can't trade Myles Garrett until after what, June 2nd, because of the cap. It wouldn't be in their best interest to do so. No, man, everything's up in the air with it, and it's not going to change because they have the number 2 overall pick and they reach for a 3rd-round quarterback with the number 2 overall pick. Well, that'll do is be the beginning of the end of some people's jobs, I think. No, I don't think they're gonna. Their season begins with the draft. They got a lot more work to do than 2 guys that they're gonna get in the draft. That'll be contributors this year.
Wow, Andy.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Heather that I think like to sit there and say the draft is going to be our savior is putting way too much pressure on these kids, and that is a mistake. But so I'm going to spit on this, but I do think the further we get away from the Deshaun Watson debacle, the better we're going to feel about this team. And even if we're like 7-10, but we just win games playing to the best of our ability, we're going to love the 2025 season so much more than the 2024. We're all going to feel great about it. We're all going to feel like we're building something. I hope that's my hope anyway, but I think we're going to feel really good, but that has to come in September. So I'm not going to worry too much about free agency. I'm not going to worry too much about the draft this year. I'm going to look forward to just seeing a team play a little bit better. I think we have talent on this team. Let's see how they do when they don't have a leader that's just a guy in a horrible situation. Whatever. That was awful. I hated that. So I am spitting.
I think this season is going to be like if we would have replaced Ross with Crutch instead of having these 2.
Sorry, Crutch.
Don't sleep on Crutch. I'm a big Crutch fan. Great answer,
I am
Andy.
too, but
Yeah, I understand. I get it. I'm actually going to chug because with the 2nd pick in the 2025 NFL draft, the Cleveland Browns select hopefully a quarterback. And look, here's the deal.
We have to.
Here's the deal.
Yeah, but who?
I'm going to say his name. I know he dropped a rap video tonight. So shout out to my man, Shador Sanders. Wrists up, brother. Come to Cleveland.
But he's a little mellow ball.
He's 70% accurate with the football. He's 215 pounds, which NFL GMs are saying now he's the perfect weight. He's, I believe he's like a Jaden Daniels. I think he's smart. I think he can read a defense. Look, Kevin Stefanski, no offense to Jameis Winston, he could read quickly, but sometimes he just threw it to the wrong team. He just processes things and things get a little messed up. Joe Flacco, same thing. But I think with Shador, he's at 70% with the Kevin Stefanski system. He's a perfect quarterback. I think to your point, Roger, Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry have a 2-year window. I think if they're competitive this year, 8, 9, 7, and 10, but Shador Sanders comes in and say week 8 because they went out and got Kirk Cousins who played the first 8 weeks, and then you can group. Look, Myles Garrett. I want to say this, Myles Garrett. Is this Browns team closer to the 11-6 team that went with Joe Flacco and went to the playoffs, or are they like the 3-14 team of last year? Because let's be real, Myles. If we get Kirk Cousins, we know he can play good for 8 games. He's going to suck the end of the year. That's why Shador will come in. Okay, you could be competitive. And Myles Garrett, if you would just play not like you don't play like ass, but the defense played like ass this year and be a top 5 defense like everybody in Cleveland was bragging you were going to be before you went out and put out this abysmal performance this past year. If you could just play up to that level, this team has that 2-year window, and I think be competitive this year and draft that quarterback. So I do believe their season begins because also we'll save Andrew Berry because right now people hate Andrew Berry. If he gets Shador Sanders and it works out, he's the GM. It doesn't matter. He's the A+ GM. So that'll end statement number 1. And we will actually begin statement number 2 with Lana. This is a fun one. Okay, Miles Garrett went from Jose Ramirez love to LeBron level love. Basically, is he more controversial? Obviously, more like. Yes, I think you'd be chugging on that one.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love, don't get me wrong, I love Miles, and I see his side. I almost see both sides, right? But come on now. When you had to bring in, you having a conversation with LeBron James after what he did to this city
Twice.
Read the room, Miles. You did not read the room. Okay. He should not have even brought that conversation up. No. Yep. Chugging. That's where I'm going.
Yep. Perfect answer. Roger, goes to you.
Man, I'm gonna chug. You know, I've never been a big I love Miles Garrett as a football player, but I've never really cared for him as I just always found him to be pretentious and I don't know, man. He definitely for me, I'm chugging at it because when LeBron James left and then he came back, I treated him like a hired gun, free agent. Thank you for coming here and helping us win. Kyrie hit the winning shot. Thank you for participating. Go back to LA or wherever you're going to go. And that's kind of how I feel like Miles Garrett. And really, the truth of the matter is with Miles Garrett, if he was younger, I may feel different. But he's at the back end of his career. He takes a beating. So I don't think the Browns are going to be ready to compete, and Miles will be still in the same form that he is, after these last two seasons, defensive player of the year or runner up, whatever. I think now's the time that the Guardians would trade Miles Garrett to get the biggest return they can from him to build for the future. And I think that's what the Browns need to do because, like I said earlier, they're not just one or two players away from beating Baltimore, and winning the AFC North. I think they're far, far away from winning the AFC North right now. So I would trade Miles Garrett, and yeah, I love him as much as I love LeBron.
No love lost there. Andy.
First of all, I don't know that I ever loved Miles Garrett as much as Jose. Jose signed that big contract, and you just get the sense that he loves being here, and it's kind of pervasive. I know Miles, bought part of the Cavs, which was pretty cool. But outside of that, I don't know. There is sort of this aloofness to him. He just seems kind of like an odd duck sometimes. And, he's one of the most talented football players I've ever witnessed. So I do love watching him play every Sunday because, my God, the guy can take over a game. But again, it's hard to love him the way I love Jose Ramirez, who just kind of seems to enjoy putting the city on his back. And he just really seems like he loves being here. But I also will say, it pissed me off that LeBron didn't recruit anyone. He kept doing one-year deals the second time, never really committed back to Cleveland like his letter said. He left us twice. I still won his championship, so I appreciate that. But he always kind of felt like a hired gun at that point. Miles, I understand why he's wants out. It pisses me off the way he's choosing to go about his business. I wish he'd handle it better. I'm sure his teammates aren't thrilled with what's going on. Not to mention the Browns, the way they did his cap sort of was like, hey, as long as you're going to be here, we could do this. I'm sure he agreed to doing that. Now that he's insisting he wants out before, we're going to have to decimate this team if we trade him. I mean, you have to wait until June something until you could trade him without having to clear $16 million of cap, which I think means you have to lose Batonio and trade Ward. And I don't even know how you time that out. I mean, it's going to be a disaster if we trade this guy before June. So it does piss me off the way he's going about his business. But at the same time, we did make the worst trade that destroyed this team. And one of the things that you realize when you make that trade is if we gut this team, we're wasting all the talent that we have. So I applaud Miles for realizing that, I can't win in Cleveland. They bet on the wrong horse, and now fuck them. I want out so I can go win. I applaud the thought that I want to go compete. It really pisses me off the way he's handling it. But anyway, complicated answer. So I think I'm going to, let's see, Myles Garrett went from Jose Ramirez love to. I don't agree that I hate him as much as I'm angry at LeBron, and I don't think I ever loved him as much as Jose Ramirez. So I'm just going to spin on this one.
And I got to jump in. I need to say this, and what it really comes down to, when I first read this, like Jose Ramirez shouldn't even be in this sentence with these two, because what irks me the most about both of them is they dragged my city through the fucking mud. Miles down, down Radio Row, and LeBron with his I'm taking my talents and a whole, fiasco. This is my fucking city. I got pissed. I blew up on a dude in Ireland because he started arguing about the name of the Guardians of Chief Wahoo. This is a city matter. This is a civic pride matter. You're in fucking Ireland. I don't give a shit what you think the name of my baseball team should be. Sit down and fucking fan. And that's all you should do. And when you drag my city, I'm from West 69th Street, man. I get violent when you fucking disrespect the city of Cleveland. I do. And so Jose Ramirez shouldn't be in the same breath with those two fucking people. Jose Ramirez is above and beyond. He shouldn't even be in the same sentence with those guys.
I'll chug on that. I'm going to chug on that point.
Let's all chug on that.
I'll chug on that, but I'm also going to chug on the statement. Look, we all love Jose Ramirez because let's be real. He took a cheap hometown discount that nobody would ever take. And I'm so surprised the baseball, Players Association didn't say, Jose, what the fuck you doing? And about that, like Jim told me back in the day when, the Phillies offered him $72 million and Dolan said, $48 million plus we'll build you a statue. And the Players Union said, Jim, you got to sign. So, I don't know. So I'm happy about, Jose, but I'll say one thing. Jose overachieves for a team that is cheap. Miles, you play for a team that's willing to spend and willing to make crazy moves or whatever like that. And guess what, guys? You were 3-14. And maybe, it's no offense to Miles, but maybe having a great defensive end isn't the recipe for, being an elite team. You know what the recipe for being an elite team is consistently? Having a fucking quarterback. Seriously, unless you have a fucking quarterback, what the fuck are we doing? Abdul Carter, you're a great player, and you'll help a team out. But until you have the fucking quarterback, you ain't winning. You ain't going to the Super Bowl. You ain't doing the things we want to do. I don't want to be the Steelers and just go to the first round and lose every fucking year. I'd rather be shitty, and maybe Shador's the answer, maybe Arch's the answer. We got a dome in 2029. I want a franchise quarterback that's young, that's the face of the league, like every other fucking city. Because Cleveland, let's be real, we always settle. We're so glad we got the Browns back, but we haven't had an awesome star to be we had LeBron James for the Cavs, we have players for the Guardians, but we haven't had that rock star. If we had a rock star quarterback like other friends, look at Indianapolis. They had Peyton fucking Manning. Indianapolis, Cleveland's better than Indy. We deserve a rock star too, and maybe that's what we need to find by 2029, and that's why I'm chugging on that one. And the LeBron level, everything you guys said, I definitely agree with. You can't leave us twice, Miles. You're burning the city of Cleveland, and you know what? Just shut up. Yeah, I'm gonna chug. I'm gonna chug. All right.
I will chug. I will also chug on this one too, because everything that you guys have all said, but he did it in such a, okay, I'll chug a little bit here.
We could all be chugging if Andy would have chugged, but Andy chose to spit.
Oh, okay. Hang on. So Miles did it in the most LeBron James way possible.
Right.
You write an open letter and you fucking humiliate us, just like LeBron James did with his stupid TV show. So you're doing it in the most LeBron way possible, and you're just okay. We're already the laughing stock of every sport across every country, and you are going to drag us fans through the mud again. We have done nothing. We had no control over who they drafted. We had no control over what quarterback they made the worst trade in history for. We have no control over any of this, and we are the ones that are paying for this. Because this is what we subjected to. And I understand the players, they're out there, and the players that are out there are giving their all and they're doing everything. But we are the ones that pay their salary. We are the ones that have to have a watchable product, and we don't. So, you know what, Miles? Go. It's in God's hands. Good luck finding a team that's going to dish out the amount of things that Cleveland is going to want for this. You're not going to go to a contender. And you know what? I hope you go to Buffalo and you lose to Kansas City every year.
Wow.
Hell yes. Hell yes. I'm chugging on that.
I want to say this too. Shout out to Force of Nature. You've been putting in plenty of comments, but I will say this because you want to say about the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, yeah, the Browns, I get it. All right, I get it. But Jalen Hurts is a way better quarterback. If the Browns could get a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, okay, that's why you won the Super Bowl.
Daniels.
Your offense was awesome this year. The Eagles' offense was awesome this year. Okay,
and they had a functional offensive line. Their offensive line statistically was bigger and taller than any other team in the NFL this year. I think their average was like 6'4", 325 or something like that. So they had a very good offensive line.
Yeah. Put Jalen Hurts in, I would take Jalen Hurts, wouldn't you, in Cleveland?
100 out of 100.
If you said Shador Sanders was going to be Jalen Hurts level, you would draft Shador Sanders, right?
Correct.
I would trade to get the first pick just to make sure that no one got him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
If I can interrupt before we move to statement number 3.
Yeah.
I just got a DM from Shenanigans, actually, who wanted to know. He wanted me to ask Chatbot to weigh in, Chugbot, Nigel to weigh in.
We gotta use his government name after we've chugged.
Right. Sorry, Nigel, Chugbot, whatever your name is. Who do you think won the Kendrick Lamar? Who should have gotten the 5 points? Let's see what he has to say here.
Having a Super Bowl show performer that's someone that doesn't have mass appeal to the point most don't even recognize the songs is just not the way you fire up 125 million viewers. If you enjoyed it, good for you. But if you defend it, go fuck yourself with a dried cactus. I award 0 points. You both had better pick it up or I'll force these nerds to put Mike Crutchfield in that chair.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
Why is Mike Crutchfield tonight?
Wow, Nigel, that was hurtful.
That is not very nice. I asked him to call you by your birth name, okay, with respect, and you shit on me like that?
Right. Andy can't even remember your nickname. Wow, okay.
I think people are going to wonder, does Nigel know Mike Crutchfield? There seems to be a connection here.
There's a connection.
Who programmed him?
How would you respond
Who's
to their
lubing
claim
him?
that you're being a little mean?
You women are so emotional.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God!
I think you just gaslit.
We're going there. We're going there. Okay, no, that's fine, Nigel. It's on.
Fine, Nigel.
I like the directness of Nigel, though. I like the directness.
We are going to get him reprogrammed for the next episode. This is he's too much of a dick.
Yeah, everybody would be well served to remember that we're not as emotional as we think. Watch a couple of episodes of like Snapped. Or
those
bitches are
yeah. So I'm just saying. We learned from their mistakes.
Yeah, we haven't died yet, so that's good.
We're pretty calm.
We probably should go to statement 3 before we talk about
That's right.
Ouch. Well, Mike, you're colluding with Nigel,
right?
Candy corn guy.
It's collusion.
Tell Nigel to say candy corn. Chatbot Nigel, can you give a shout out to Candy Corn Guy?
We do take requests.
Yeah, we are.
Candy Corn Guy is a sweet name.
Oh,
wow! Even said a nice.
Sweet guy.
That's how you know he's real because he put in a nice comment as well. So that way to go, Chugbot.
Well, the good news is I think he's going to get canceled because he just said the whole cactus thing, which you said you can't say.
No, you can't. You can't post that. You can't post that.
We posted this episode of our show on, so I'm sure they're.
If someone turns us in, please don't turn me in a second time. I don't know. Someone turned me in for that and got me suspended. So please, if you're watching, don't turn me in. Don't be a bitch.
Right.
Chugbot said it. Heather did not say it. Nigel said it.
Right. Exactly.
Nigel in.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, we will go to Roger. I don't know. This might take some time. We got to wake him up first. But our third statement is fans should treat the expectations for the Cavs like they did in 2020, 2015, 2018 seasons. Finals or bust. Should that be our mentality?
No, I'm spitting on that. I'm spitting. This whole This is all because there's an entire generation that got participation trophies for every fucking thing they did. So before the seasons even start, the Guardians pitchers and catchers reported yesterday, and I got people talking about they better win the World Series. It's fucking February, for God's sakes. No, man, this is a young core, and I think the addition that they just added with Harper, this is a young core that is built to compete and contend for NBA championships over the next 2 or 3 seasons at least. So no, it's not for me as a sports fan. You know what? Because I love fucking sports. I love the buildup of the season and the lead up to the playoff. I don't just play fucking Nintendo or PlayStation 5 or Xbox and go win your fucking championships. You know what? Today, what's his name went off? The old fucker like me on 92 went off on a guy. He said, just go be a Dodgers or Yankees fan if you think the Indians need to win a World Series this year, or the Guardians. It's the same thing with if you think the Cavs need to win a championship this year, or the season a complete failure, then just go find something else to do, man. You're not enjoying sports. Enjoy the fucking ride of the season, man. You know, you're thinking about June and it's February. Just yeah, man. That whole thing, you can see it. I just want to. My head wants to explode. Go get a participation trophy. Go play fantasy sports because that's what you need to do. Play fantasy sports.
Yeah. All right. No
Am
fantasy here.
You didn't have to wake me up for that, Ed.
Sorry.
No,
Like I said,
he's awake now.
he
He's not
wasn't
going to sleep for
daydreaming.
3 days.
No.
Okay.
Shoot.
Andy, you get to go after that one.
I need to
Top
see
four.
I need to see the Cavs get to a competitive series against the Celtics and or Thunder in the finals. I need to see that, but I don't need to see them win both of those series. Those would be insanely tough. Cavs have a 3-year window, in my opinion, like easily have a 3-year window.
Yes.
One of those 3 years is probably going to be an
Mhm.
injury, season where we aren't on our best foot. So really, I think we have 2 chances. And I think the Cavs are going to get a lot better over the next 3 years. So I want to see them take that next step. But to say they have to win the championship this year, I'll be saying that in 3 years from now if we haven't done it to that point. But
Yeah, of course.
not right now. We've got a window. Everything's looking great. Just keep doing what you're doing and kick some ass in the playoffs, and I'll be thrilled.
Wow. Typical Cleveland responses. I am chugging on this statement.
Ed is a participation.
What is
trophy
the
kid.
ladies? What is the difference between the sounds that roosters in Columbus make compared to the sounds that they make in Cleveland? What's the difference? The ones in Columbus go cock-a-doodle-doo, and the ones in Cleveland that like sports, like they go cuck-a-doodle-doo. That was cuck shit. The expectations are, look, this is a kick-ass team, okay? We all know they're going to have home court advantage throughout the playoffs, okay? You don't always get those opportunities. There's other teams and cities that when you have look, I'm not saying that, you can't enjoy the ride. Enjoy the fucking ride. We win nice games, beautiful games. We win them by a lot. Sometimes they're closer. Sometimes, they're blowouts like they usually are. Here's the thing, enjoy it. I'm not saying don't enjoy it, but at the end of the year, come June, and the Cavs aren't, in the finals, or they didn't take Boston to 7 games at least in the Eastern. It should be deemed as a fucking failure. That doesn't mean you hated the season or, you wished it away or this or that, but that's just the reality of it when you're evaluating it because, expectations change. This team is really good. There's only, I don't know, maybe 3 teams, Boston, Cleveland, and Oklahoma City, that I would think that, and there's maybe a couple other you can sprinkle in, but let's legit should win the championship, just like in 95 with the Braves and the Indians. They were the 2 best teams. They played in the fucking World Series. Sometimes when the expectations should be that way. And that's fine. And if you don't want them to because you're scared, that's fine too. But let's be real. Come June, if the Cavs are not in the finals or had a good Eastern Conference, it didn't go as planned. It went worse. That's not good. This Cavs is a kick-ass team, but that's why I'm chugging. Don't be a cuck. Be a cock. Gadoodle-doo.
So I'm gonna sip. I'm gonna sip on this one because The expectation for me is to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. If we don't make it to the NBA Finals this year, I would be okay with that this year, because this is the first year under Kenny Atkinson. This is the first year that they've all had that long contract. This is really the first year it feels like they're cohesive. So this year I would give them a pass in not making it to the finals. If they don't make it to the Eastern Conference Finals and have a 7-game series against Boston, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to feel like the season was a really good season, but it's also going to get me pumped for next year, because we're just going to build on that. So I think we need to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but if they don't make it to the finals, I will be A-okay with that. And I will say, we've got to we're going next year like that. We're going next year. So that's where I'm at.
Steve. All right. I'm going to sip on that too. Because also too, and the reason why, the first line of this, fans should treat the expectation. First of all, we are Cleveland fans, okay?
Right.
Cleveland fans. What post did we see on September 8th, the first day of Brown season? Super Bowl, Super Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
We always think we're going.
No matter what it is, we're winning the World Series. We're winning the finals. We have we are all in. We are all in. So it's always finals or bust for here. That's always our mentality, right?
Good.
Right. But and we should want that, right? But the reality is, just like we've all been saying though, is it going to be this year? Maybe not. I don't know if we're going to get past Boston. I really don't. I mean, there are some games like we got it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be this year. But I agree with Heather. We better make it to the Eastern Conference Final. And I don't see why we wouldn't, honestly. I don't. I don't.
We're also not based in reality as Cleveland fans.
No. We looked at this team of Deshaun Watson and we're like, we're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we are. We're going. Last year we were so good, and Deshaun's going to be our savior. And then
but that's why I don't understand. Like, because Cleveland fans are delusional, and that's great that they are. I'm one of them. But here's the thing: isn't it easier to be delusional in the aspect and more towards the spectrum of we're going to win it all than we're not going to win it all? Because for instance, like you said, September 8th, the people saying Super Bowl, Super Browns, that's more delusional than it would be this Cavs team winning. Like this Cavs team could win.
I'll tell you the difference, Ed. I will tell you the difference. For me, it's delusional because that's what we have to do to cope with the Browns being the Browns.
That's fair.
It's with the Cavs, we're like, oh, we're okay with that because we're trying to protect ourselves.
Yeah,
so
right. The hurt.
Right. We're protecting the hurt. With the Browns, we need to be delusional because we've got to have we've got to have some kind of fantasy to get through the actual reality. With the Cavs, we're like, nope, we're protecting our heart. We're fine if they don't lose. We're internally, we're like, we're sobbing when they lose. Yeah. So that's just the reality. We're not based in reality to protect ourselves from the reality.
No.
Yeah, it's maybe if Cleveland teams would have just won like Boston teams.
We're not only educational, we're philosophical on the Dawg Chug with the two new.
We're getting deep. We're getting deep here.
Education.
That's
all
very
three
true.
Of us are going to be out of a job, and it's going to be Heather and Lana at Dawg Chug.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
we're not even going to go down that road with that dome.
No.
We'll talk about that tonight.
We're not telling you any loud stories just yet. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Well, we have one more, and I had to put this one up because I am a team player. Andy so graciously volunteered this statement, so I put it. It's a fun one too because.
Oh my God! Didn't you tell us to give you one spit sip jug?
I did, Andy, and that was so beautiful. I put it last. The Chiefs won't be back to the Super Bowl for the next 2 years, and Andy, you get to go first.
They won't be back to the Super Bowl for the next 2 years.
No, you
All right.
did. What's yours?
Let me think about this.
Yeah. I couldn't read it.
Okay. You think it's the end of a dynasty? Okay.
He just wanted to chug. He wants to show off.
That's true. That's true too.
Drink. Yeah.
One of the things about having a quarterback with the mindset of Patrick Mahomes, who is the best quarterback in the game, he just has this, he's so emotional. I've never seen a guy be more emotional than him, just in the way he handles himself and whatever. It means everything to him to win. I don't think he's going to ever be right again after losing like that. And not to mention, getting this ass kicked though. It wasn't even like they just came up a little bit short where if they had made this play that, if the refs hadn't fucked them over here, they would have won. This was just an absolute beatdown, right? Not to mention, I don't know if their coach is going to be back. Travis is talking about retiring, and they're getting a little older and weaker. The team didn't really look great at any point this season, right? They won a lot of close games because they're Kansas City Chiefs, and everyone believes they're going to win, and they can come back, and they believe that. They always believe that Patrick Mahomes is going to get them over the top, and he has managed to do that. But I think after a beatdown like that, he is going to be so in his head. I don't think he's going to be able to recover over the next 2 seasons. So I'm chugging, and good luck to Kansas City Chiefs. But if you're a bettor, do not bet on them. Bet against them. It's my prediction.
Okay.
I don't know. I see. This is why, Andy, you put this beautiful statement up, and I want to sip. I really want to chug because my throat's a little dry. So I'm going to chug only because
he needs to refresh.
Because I think, do I think Patrick Mahomes will be back in a Super Bowl before the end of his career? Yes. I think he will play in one more Super Bowl, whether he's a backup, whether he's, on another team like Aaron Rodgers that actually worked out for the team that he went to after, what I'm saying? So in that situation, so I think it's more of an indictment on the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs now, their offensive line, I mean, that was horrible. That display they put on. That reminded me of 2007, when Florida Gators destroyed the Ohio State Buckeyes because offensive line just couldn't hold them.
Let's not talk about that.
And so that was
2006, right? 2006.
Well, yeah, but 2007, January of 2007.
Right, because it was LSU. We lost to LSU in 2008.
yeah, the next year. Yeah, we were up 10-0. But so anyway, going back to the Chiefs, I just don't see them going because I think their offensive line needs reworked. I think their receivers, they're okay, but they're not nothing. It's like the Browns. They got some good wide receivers, and Mahomes makes them better. So I don't know. They got a lot to work on. So, but I do think Mahomes will go. So that's why I am chugging, because I think that 2 years, that window right there, will preclude them. I don't think the Browns will be taking their place of the Chiefs in the next 2 years.
No.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a little bit longer than that.
Right. Right.
Heather.
I'll chug on that one. I'm not going to do more fireball. I'm done with the fireball, but I'll chug. The Kansas City did not have a great year this year. They only averaged about 22 points a game. They only averaged about 100 yards rushing a game. It's Patrick Mahomes, about 200 yards a game passing. So they weren't that good. I think it was like 39 or 40 sacks this year. So they were giving up a lot of pressure to Mahomes. It's going to be the same team next year, minus some key components. I think you're going to see some people depart. Mm-hmm. So they're definitely not going back next year. If Travis retires, they really don't have any weapons left at receiver. They have Xavier Worthy, who is okay. No, you have no idea what I did before this show. So no, yeah, I don't think you'd call me a pussy if you saw that. So I just think that Kansas City was not that great offensively this year, and they had a lot of favor. I'm not saying that the refs were out to get everybody in the NFL. I'm just saying Kansas City gets a lot of favorable calls because of who they are. Mm-hmm. They've earned it. So they're not gonna get that now. I just don't see them. They will be back again, but it won't be for the next couple of years. No. Nice.
Well, I want to reset, Andy. So far, we've gone 3 people, yourself, me, and Heather. We've all chugged, but I want to say something. Andy, I want to talk to you, Roger. I need a decision right here. Now, we obviously know that these ladies are competing with one another here, but so Heather just said a lot of stats, and Andy, you know on this show, and Roger, sometimes that can hurt you on the show, like the Dawg Chug. You're actually good with actually factual information, and you have an opinion that is actually more relevant.
You got a third graded, Heather. We've got a third graded.
One of the points.
Third graded.
All right. Well, hold on. Let's see. Chugbot, Nigel, what did you think about Heather's answer there?
Oh God, Nigel's.
Heather, I give you 2 Dawg Chug points for that spectacular answer, but
Nice.
I just deducted 3 points for you being a wimp and not chugging.
Oh, you bitch. Okay, Chugbot, if I chug the rest of this, will I get the 3 points?
Sure.
If I finish my
Sure, I
fireball,
get
do
it.
I get this?
Oh,
Do I get it?
sorry, Chuck, but can you repeat that?
Sure, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Wait, were you repeating that you would? Sorry, were you answering that you would repeat or that she should chug?
Should I chug?
Chug.
Chug.
Oh, there
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes his processing power is a little.
Well, you know,
I think he's been chugging.
yeah.
Ugh. I read somewhere that said if Fireball starts to taste good, you've had too much.
Yes.
I'm not there yet.
I've had that moment with the fireball.
All right, Chugbot, you're not going to bully me anymore.
Well, you get to have this moment with this statement, Lana.
That's right. I'm going to sip.
Okay.
Ooh, and while you're sipping, how do you think Heather's going to feel tomorrow, Chugbot?
She's gonna feel like your fans do when you blather on for 15 minutes to end the fucking show.
That's bad.
Oh, all right.
It's mean.
We'll see.
The only reason why I'm sipping is I'm only sipping just on the 2-year part. I think they will within the next 2 years. I think Mahomes is pissed off. Yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a piece there. Andy Reid's not having it. So, I mean, he's not as good of a coach as Kevin Stefanski, but whatever. Anyway, nobody can be that lucky as we are. But anyway, yeah, they don't have a lot of pieces. They're missing a lot of parts, but I still think I just think that team is going to make it again in the next 2 years.
So you're
Let's remember this part. So that's why I'm sipping only because of that 2-year part. I'm saying it's going to be sometime in the next 2 years.
well. Then that's a chug.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not. That's a
The Chiefs won't be back for the next.
Lana, if you
If they don't
chug,
go this next year, then they're going to go the next. I think.
So
if you
within the next 2 years, they will be in the Super Bowl. Is what you're answering?
Yeah,
Well, she's saying because she's saying that they will be in the
They
next
will
2
be.
years.
they will be in the next years. This says
They might be. They might be in the
won't
next
be
2
back.
years.
I'm saying they might be back.
Oh, they will.
they might.
Oh, she flipped
Yeah.
the script.
No, that's what she said. She said,
We're
got
gonna
two
pull.
of us now.
We're gonna pull the clip, and we'll. Yeah.
You guys are using logic against us. This isn't gonna work.
you invited us too late.
That's right.
It's a
Sorry.
legal contract. It's a legal contract now. You
You're
can't.
making us
right.
think. You're making us think. That's got to be points deducted or something.
Listen, me and Nigel love each other, so he's not deducting any points.
We don't operate at this speed right now.
I mean, this is the truth, Candy Corn Guy. I mean, my
Right.
gosh.
Hey,
Right.
Candy Corn. Who says she hasn't already?
Oh.
I'm not saying that.
Lana, we are changing your to a
Lana.
chug. Andy, you are correct. Now, if Roger chugs, then we all chug. That's why we got to change it, Lana. Sorry.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
I'm
Right.
sorry. Wink, wink. I chugged.
Right. Roger, you got to chug. Wink, wink.
Chugging.
He's chugging. We're all
Oh,
chugging
oh.
now. We're all chugging.
Heather,
There
get
we
another
go.
fireball.
God damn it. Do I really need? Okay, guys.
You don't have to. No, don't
It's-
do it if you don't want to.
Well, I'm already. Hold
You
on.
will-
I've got enough
Well,
here.
it's only
How much
3
do you
points.
have?
I have
Here.
a whole entire pack.
Andy, we've done worse than worse. We've
That
done
looks like gas station fireball anyway. It's like
That's
Walmart
right.
Fireball. It's actually Walmart Fireball.
Okay.
I mean, we do like rules followers because we don't follow them.
Spicy.
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't. First of nature.
Whoa.
No, he does not.
yeah, he actually takes it from D
I might have a,
after their book. burned.
Roger, you're more than welcome to expound on your chug.
you know what? You know what? Everybody's big mistake was thinking that Patrick Mahomes is Tom Brady, and thinking that the Chiefs are the juggernaut that was the hoodie Bill Belichick run New England Patriots. There's only one GOAT. Here's the real statement. Patrick Mahomes will sit in a broadcast booth with 7 7 Super Bowl rings on his fingers, talking about the kid that might be the next GOAT. I don't think so. I don't. Patrick Mahomes is done. The Chiefs are done. They're not a juggernaut. They're not the New England Patriots. It's fucking over. Go blue. Tom Brady. Go blue.
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
Right.
That took a turn.
When we get later in the show, Roger starts
And before he says a word, fuck Candy Corn Guy and Pronky Dong.
There you go. Wow. And
Oh, I
that will,
forgot about Pronky.
yeah, he's spunky tonight.
7 Super Bowl rings. Pat Mahomes will
And that
need
will conclude
before-
Spit Sip Chug.
before he's the fucking GOAT. 7.
We made it through that one.
Whew.
D with the exception.
I'm so tired of Patrick Mahomes.
Gross.
I expanded
that's-
my knowledge of Taylor Swift because I hate Patrick Mahomes so much.
Michigan cheated.
Michigan
Katie Corn.
cheated. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Here we go.
Here we go. It's
Here we go.
Let's do it.
all going down.
All right. I think do we complete Spit Sip Chug?
We
Ed, or-
did.
Nobody got hurt.
We lived through the
Yeah.
I
I
got,
still have to
I
wake
got
up tomorrow
drunk.
morning.
Yeah, that one. People took a lot of shots there, Andy, on that one. That one.
Woo.
That one.
Woo.
Lot of
very
lot of-
chuggy.
Yeah.
Right. It's feeling like a midnight Taco Bell now.
I know that does sound good.
Yeah.
Andy, I named this a new era kicks off this episode, and these ladies aren't disappointing, especially with the amount of ounces going down right now.
Holy crap.
Candy Corn has had more to drink than I have.
Yeah. Well, let us know, Candy Corn. Tell us your list then tonight.
Oh, okay.
That's right,
Well.
Candy Corn Guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. We aim to
What do you
please.
want?
Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, who won with the points earlier? I nodded off. Did anybody? Was there
I don't
like a
even know where
winner?
we're at.
No, we're just gonna it's in God's hands.
That's
Well,
right.
All right.
Yeah. So
I-
Heather's
I-
slightly ahead, but yeah, because you got 2 points for that answer. So yeah, you're right
Oh,
now.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's 5-5, and then you got 5 points, 10. You're winning by 6 points right now.
OMG.
Yeah. So Lana, you're gonna have to really step it up.
And Heather, you just got a warning for
Hey,
your
I
stats.
have-
Okay, there's no
I
points
have
deducted.
bonus.
You just got a warning.
I have
You got a
five-
verbal warning. It's a written
That's it.
time.
No more stats. I
Hey.
can't. No more stats. No
You
more
got
stats.
written up.
I
It's
have-
okay.
No.
I have
You
a
got a
five-
third graded.
I'm on a performance improvement plan.
That's right. I'll write it up.
I have a
Yeah,
tiebreaker. I have a tiebreaker for my 2.5, 2.5. I have a tiebreaker for that.
Oh.
Oh,
well,
you do?
For the first person out of the two of you who could buzz in and tell me what my Little Pony reference was from.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm
Wait.
not a bro. I'm
Oh,
not a
wait,
brownie.
from
Roger.
Scarface?
Huh?
From
Oh,
Scarface?
no. No, it was
Like I've
The
never seen that.
Godfather.
The
It was
Godfather.
The
Oh, I knew it was
Godfather.
an Italian mob movie.
It was
With
God,
the horse
well,
in the bed, with the horse head in the bed.
There's no horse in the bed. That's the Godfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Godfather, Scarface are all the same movie.
Yeah.
Lana can get the points for that one. She knew. Tomato.
By
I
the
can
way,
give you another point for that. So it's 3.5 to 2.
All right.
all right.
There you go.
Candy Corn Guy was, saying Michigan cheated, and Roger, you had some choice words. So I guess Chugbot, Nigel,
Nigel.
who is right in this? Is it Candy Corn Guy or is it Roger?
Oh, Jesus. You're going to have some fucking limey. What do you think?
Nigel
Bringing
knows.
Jesus into the dog check.
I know.
There's an error going on, so unfortunately could not answer
Oh.
that. I think you
Oh,
went with Candy
okay.
Corn Guy.
Nigel already quit.
Yeah.
He's like, I've had
All
it.
right.
Still passed out.
Anyway.
He's too oiled.
Nigel is a DEI hire.
This was Ed, why don't you get to the wrap up of Spit Sip Chug, and then we can get to rapid fire.
Well, we are done actually with Spit Sip Chug, and we will get to rapid fire. That's right. We got
Uh-oh.
brand new, hottest new segment in all of Cleveland podcasts. It is Rapid Fire. And both of you ladies get the opportunity to go under it tonight. Andy's got some elaborate scoring system that he's going to.
Oh, good grief.
Well, it's actually going to
There
be
we go.
Chugbot. Chugbot's going to
Okay, Chugbot's going to.
go. And I think if I hope I'm not out of line, Ed, since Heather went first with the other bit.
Yes.
I think maybe Lana should have to go first.
Okay.
Sound
Okay.
reasonable?
I just have one question. I want to get their mind frames for tonight. Just this is a little, Lana and Heather, Sabrina Carpenter or Taylor Swift.
Oh God, that's so hard.
Not for me.
Just say, don't be afraid. I think you're afraid to
Sabrina
say an
Carpenter.
answer here. You're
Sabrina
afraid.
Carpenter.
I like them both, but I probably would lean a little more towards Sabrina.
Honestly, guys, that is the right answer. We're gonna go on to rapid fire. Lana, you're gonna go first.
All
You're gonna
right.
have 3 seconds.
Oh, and by the way, Chugbot's going to be evaluating your answers. So just
Oh,
be aware of that.
yeah. Andy,
Oh,
anything
boy.
else before?
so
we
he's
wrap
back
up?
to work, Nigel. Did he
Yeah.
clock that in?
Nigel, did you wake up? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So what I'm going to do? 3 seconds to answer. Just a yes or no. Guys, let's make this perfect. Just yes or no's until the
You know,
end.
I like to tell my
I know you like to throw stuff in. We all do, but it'd be so sweet to get a clip where you listened and said yes or no. All right, 3 seconds to answer until the last
Elfman.
one.
Hey, I
What?
want to tell you, Elfman did it perfectly. So
He
that's
did.
the bar.
Elfman. Shout out to
Elfman's
Elfman.
the bar.
Yeah, shout. He is the bar.
And you can't say maybe.
Just yes
No.
or no. Just yes or no.
Have a take. You can't say maybe, but you get docked points.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Here we go, Lana. Myles Garrett is a bitch.
No.
Browns must draft QB at number 2.
Yes.
Browns should re-sign Nick Chubb.
Yes.
Being a Browns fan is exhausting.
Yes.
DeAndre Hunter makes the Cavs the favorites in the East.
No.
Jared Allen should be an all-star.
Yes.
LeBron is a bitch for never competing in the dunk contest.
Yes.
Excited for Guardians baseball?
Yes.
The guards will miss Josh Naylor.
No.
Valentine's Day is just a Hallmark holiday.
Yes.
Heather would make a better Dawg Chug host than you.
Yes.
And finally, what was the best Super Bowl ad?
Oh, Instacart.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I liked the Instacart ad.
That is. I don't remember the ad, honestly, but that's an answer.
It
That's
was
an
a good
answer.
one.
All right.
Well done. No.
Yes,
Thank
well
you.
done. Now we will turn to Heather. You're going under rapid fire, same as Lana. 3 seconds to answer yes or no's until the final answer. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Myles Garrett is a bitch.
Yes.
Browns must draft QB at
Yeah.
number 2.
No.
Browns should re-sign Nick Chubb.
Yes.
Being a Browns fan is exhausting.
Yes.
DeAndre Hunter makes Cavs the favorites in the East.
Nope.
Jared Allen should be an all-star.
Yes.
LeBron is a bitch for never competing in the dunk contest.
Yes.
Excited for Guardians baseball?
Yes.
The guards will miss Josh Naylor.
Yes.
Valentine's Day is just a Hallmark holiday.
Yes. Hell yes.
Lana would make a better Dawg Chug host than you.
Yes.
And finally, what was the best Super Bowl ad?
I didn't like any of them, but if I had to pick, it was the one with Post Malone, the Bud Light one with Post. I like good Posty.
Oh, that is a good one. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Hey, wow.
That was a good one.
Both great answers, both great rapid fire segments. And thank you, ladies. You are rapid fire.
Thank you. That was fabulous.
Yes.
Wow, you did it. You guys did it. Andy, I will say this. Both of them together, I got to say A+ on the rapid fire. A+.
Well,
Yeah,
all I know
yeah.
is that Chugbot is tabulating the results right now. So see what he says.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what I think.
Right. It only matters what Nigel thinks.
It's all up to Nigel.
Well, one thing, the Elfman was dethroned. So that's good.
He got smoked tonight. Elfman got smoked tonight.
Elfman got smoked.
Well, he'll have to come back.
What?
He'll have to come back
He
on.
will.
And,
Well, he was really high by that point.
Oh,
So he was
that'll
smoked
happen.
out by that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
I
he's
I
agree.
love that guy though.
he's a celebrity now. Elfman's a celebrity now.
Elfman's a celebrity. He's big time, man. He's got follows.
He's got follows.
He's got follows.
He's got the drip.
He's got
Too. He wears that
follows.
Cleveland drip. He's got that drip.
He does.
Yeah, so Chugbot's still tabulating. I
Ray,
see.
Nigel is
Right.
Nigel struggling here?
What?
Yeah,
Is Nigel
Chugbot,
struggling?
he's tabulating. So
He's
He's
still-
had
okay.
a rough. He's had a lot to drink tonight.
They've,
Yeah,
already,
this is
they've
kinda-
already counted the
a
Florida
rough premiere for
ballots
him.
5 times by now, but that's
Poor Nigel.
He's had
putting
a
lot of
rough
pressure on him.
debut. It's a
Yeah,
rough debut
right.
for Nigel.
It's not been good. It's not been easy for poor
Yeah.
Nigel.
Nigel
we
should
still
not have
live?
been chugging.
we are
We are.
still live. We are still
Yeah,
live.
yeah.
Okay.
It's my
Hey,
bedtime here.
Every once in a while, I
Yes.
gotta check.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is when somebody fills in. So hey, you know what, Atlanta, go ahead. You got the floor. 30 seconds. What you got?
What? What?
And
What do you mean? What do
Hey,
I
we
got?
got to fill. He's still tabulating.
We gotta
This is
fill
part,
the space in. We
part
gotta
of the audition. Part of the audition. 30 seconds. Go. You go talk about something sports related. Get
Talk
something.
about something sports
Yeah,
related.
do something different. We're trying to do something different here.
Well, I think I do want to go back and talk, if we could talk a minute too, about what are we going to do if we get to the start of this season and the Browns are like, well, you know what? Deshaun's fine and he's better and he's coming back and he's going to be our QB1. We're going to bring in, let's say Shador is, he's going to mentor him. Like, what would you guys do? Like, what would you guys do? I mean, he's still technically under contract. He could technically heal up over this summer and come back. Would you shit?
Look,
Like,
I'd
we
be
are
down.
trapped with this guy, you guys, more than you think we are.
Look, I'm a Browns fan first and foremost, and the Browns have always been drama. Yeah, the Manziel era. The one thing about the Browns, they're never irrelevant. I love them as a team, but they're drama. They're a soap opera.
I know.
And honestly, I would just laugh. I would just, and deal with
You're
it.
like, whatever.
Yeah, like what? So Browns. It's so Browns.
It would be that would be the very Browns thing to happen.
Yeah.
It really
I'm
would.
all-
And then they want us to pay for this nice, beautiful
It's
dome.
not boring, but we could
It's
go
not
out
boring.
and we could go out and get Kirk Cousins, and yes, that's fine. I think I still think he could win. But say we got Danny Dimes, like at least with Watson, like I don't know, like he's bad. I'll give him that. But we have one game. So like PJ Walker, it's like miraculously. That's why we know Kevin's a good coach.
I mean, can we just repeat that?
He
Yeah,
won
he is.
games with such bad quarterbacks.
Right? And he and Kirk Cousins have such a good relationship. I mean, they have a
hope
good
he's not washed.
relationship.
If we would have got Kirk Cousins 4 years ago, I might
know.
think differently.
Yeah,
That's
his talent isn't there. He's not the Kirk Cousins from when Kevin was a hold of him years ago.
30 touchdowns and like 8 interceptions. Yeah, those were nice. Baker was putting up similar. I always said this about Baker. I knew Kevin and Baker couldn't get along because they personally didn't like each other. But here's the thing: if he could have stayed in that system, it was 30 touchdowns every
He
year
would
and
have
like 10
been
interceptions. Yeah, like his numbers were always consistent with what.
I miss that little bake.
I know they complemented each other. They were good together. I mean, they hated each other, but their offensive styles were.
I
Very
could have
similar.
smoothed that over though. I
We
think.
make it work on the Dawg Chug.
Right. That's right.
Well, I mean, how many of us go to work and we're like, I really don't like you, but you're not
But
going
we're
to know. that.
tolerating you.
Right?
Andy.
Exactly.
Do we have tabulation, Andy?
we do.
We have tabulation.
Ooh.
We do. Awesome. All right, Chugbot, who won rapid fire? Who would you award the points to? And how many points would you award?
Lana gets docked for defending Miles, thinking Guards fans won't miss watching Naylor getting faffed. Heather gets docked for going against Nick Carnes for advocating against a QB at 2. You both lose points for being too complimentary to your enemy is better than you, so it almost boils down to a lame Rogers sip. But fortunately, due to acknowledging that the SB ads all sucked, Heather wins 3.5 more Dawg Chug points.
Oh.
Go Heather. Next appearance on Dawg Chug. You are allowed to wear one less article of clothing.
Oh my God! Don't threaten me with a good time.
That's right.
Wow.
He didn't say what articles though. See,
Wow.
No.
Nigel, you need to get a little bit more descriptive.
Uh huh.
Mhm.
Right.
He likes.
Well, we don't want lawsuits yet. We don't want lawsuits yet. So
You're like, I want you guys to come back next week.
Right. It's the porn chug coming
Right.
next week.
Oh my god!
I mean,
Let's advertise that. We'll get a lot of viewers.
yeah, I mean,
Truth.
All right, Roger, how do you think this show went tonight? Hey, wake up.
You want honestly, man?
Oh boy.
no lie to us.
All right. Look, man, I got a message from
Your mom?
before the show. No. From the notorious our Yinzer friend.
Shout out
Oh,
ADJ.
yeah.
Yeah. And I think like our whole thing tonight went over his head.
Makes sense.
Because
He's pretty dopey.
he said, bro, I really love you. And he worked hard to I was at baseball practice tonight, and I missed you guys were going back and forth on X prior to the show. And I think he's mad at us because he didn't get the AI bit, which is a throwback to Ross days with production and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, yeah.
And he didn't really catch on to that. And he don't like that we're pitting Lana and Heather against each other.
Oh,
For,
I said I knew
for
that would happen.
so I think it kind of the whole thing went, but I didn't get to read. You guys went on. I had 32 missed notifications. While I was at baseball
Wow.
with him and Lana, you guys were going, and so I missed all of it. And I think he's mad because we didn't bring him on to flirt with the two
Not me. He wasn't
ladies
flirting with
tonight.
me.
Is really why he's pissed. But the Yinzer's mad at us, and it may be because I told him I was going to replace him with the female Yinzer that knows a lot more about football than he does.
So
So
I'm
that
confused.
might be a thing
I
too.
said, how do you
Make sure you
think the show
make a
went?
clip of this.
I got you.
I did say though, how do you think the show went today? And you talked about a Steeler fan, what his thoughts were about the show. It doesn't really make sense.
Well, Andy, I rarely pay attention to this show anymore. So my thoughts on it, I get feedback from guys like that. Is the only way I really know what's going on with Dawg Chug because I don't pay attention. No, I
Fair
thought it was a great show. You know what? Man? We got a long off season. Andy, you touched on it earlier that the plague that was Deshaun Watson, he's still going to be on the roster, but we know he's buried. I think they made it clear to the fan base that he's no longer in the plans.
Yeah.
So far.
He'll never
but-
play another snap with the Cleveland Browns. He'll never dress. He'll never see him again. It's
Better not.
But I don't want to be just all off season last year. I was negative because I knew what was coming. You know what I mean? I knew what was coming. So whether we draft a quarterback at 2 and Sanders' kid takes us to the playoffs, or if we trade Myles Garrett to the Rams and we get Matthew Stafford and another first-round pick and maybe a 3 or something, and we draft Will Howard I want the big Buckeye because I think the big Buckeye buys the front office and our coaching staff another year or two because the Browns fans, I call them bro nuts. They're Browns fans, buck nuts combined are bro nuts. The bro nuts will not have Kevin Stefanski fired or Andrew Berry because Will Howard will show some progress. Matt Stafford finally gets hurt or something. So that's their best hope, and I'm hoping for that. I'm a Will Howard guy now. I want what was he, a Jayhawk? No, he's Kansas State,
Wildcat,
right?
a Wildcat.
Wildcat,
I want the wild buck nut to be the Browns draft pick and plan for tanking for Arch. And that's my take.
All right.
I want to have fun this
Oh,
off
he's still
season.
going.
And
Look
I
what
think
you did,
Lana,
Andy.
Heather, Lysandra, and even Yvette, I think all of us need to get together and just have a good time through the off season. And
For a good time. That's what we are.
all right. Chugbot, what do you think about Roger's answer?
Show notes. Never ask Roger how the show went again. What the fuck?
Does he know what I think about the British?
Oh,
Jeez Louise.
here we go.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm so excited, so looking forward. Please tune in throughout the off season. We're gonna have so much fun in here. That's my pledge. Every week is gonna be something amazing. These girls are gonna battle it out, and we're gonna find a fourth chair. It'll probably end up being Mike Crutchfield because they'll tell us to go fuck ourselves. But it's gonna be a hell of a lot of fun getting there, just like the Cavs season, even if they come up short. So with that, I want to say thank you so much for coming on. We love when you come on. You're the
Thank
best.
you.
Both
Thank
of
you. We're
You
excited.
know, like saying you're the best means you should be the best. And I'm saying both of you are the best, which is kind of like Roger sipping. At this point, I'm not sure who is the best. That's why we have to settle this off season. Every week there's going to be challenges and games and competitions, and we're going to find out who's the goddamn best fourth seat of the Dawg Chug. So tune in and enjoy it. It's going to be great. Thank you for a phenomenal show. And that's all I got. So drink them if you got them. And
Yep.
go Cavs.
Go Cavs.
Go Cavs.
Guards.